Hi Ladybugs. So now we are on book 3 of the mini album of the Maggie Box Set. So I'm going to take that out and this is the journal part now, and hopefully this will go quicker than the other ones. Now I have a special way of getting in of sewing in the signatures, because you know I didn't want the string or any bumps and lumps to show on the spine because of the way the box is set up. So what I did is, and this is in your kit, the holes are there, so all you need to do is use an awl. Cut it out on a piece of cardstock and like I said, use an awl. Now I have ready here my crochet cotton. I use this crochet cotton, I've got tons of it. I'm not going to rush out and buy the twine. I do have some, but yeah. So anyway, generally for the spine, when you're doing your stitching, even pamphlet stitch, I do have a video on that as well. You do like so. It's about 2.5. I always like to give myself a little bit extra, but I'm not going to give myself too much because, as you can see, I'm only going to do 2 stitches on this because they're tiny weeny journals or signatures. And so I have already, as you can see, just clip them together, pages together, because I like to make sure it goes into the center as much as possible. So these holes, what I'm going to do, let's get this out the way for the moment. Let me thread my needle. This I always use an embroidery, no, this is a tapestry needle. It's got the blunt end on it. But seriously, just, you know, use what you have. And it's got a nice eye on it, nice size eyelet. I think it's fine. So now, usually what I do, open your journal. And I have actually measured 1 inch in on both sides. But you know, every journal is different, so I re-measure and I know that's 1 inch and I know that's going to go there. Well, let's do it on the side as well. Everything's paper clipped into place. These journals are also very simple. There's not much embellishing in there. They are meant for writing about whatever the photographs that you're putting in. So let's line that up by a lacquer, and there we go. I will show you the papers I've put in. They have approximately, again, I haven't been too strict with counting the number of pages. So I'm just going to make my hole. I usually make my holes like this. There we go. And what shall we call this? Hidden hinge. It's not a hinge. Hidden stitch system. And yeah, I'm going to do it from the out. Oh, it would help if I use this. So I'm going to decide, this will be on the front. I'm actually going to do it the other way, and I'm going to do it this way so I have the thread to tie in on this side. So this is going to be my first signature. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you can turn this the other way around if you want. Let's just make sure this is right. Yeah. Always double check, you know. Let's bring this a little bit more in here. Come on, really? And then through the other hole. So if you want to hide your stitching, this is a way to do it. On the outside of the there we go. Let's make sure it's all in, and I think that's fabulous. A little bit out, it's okay. It's okay, it'll be all right on the night. Then you make your little knot in the middle. let's just even this out. Come on now. That's fine. Yeah, put like so. Another knot. One more for luck. And then I like to make like a tag. I just call it a tag, probably not call that, but I like my ends together. And that's fabulous. And so you have your first signature sewn onto the strip. Before I undo the measure, sort of double and a half, double and a half. If you're doing pamphlets, that you normally need 3 times the length of your journal. Quickly thread it. So let's do the holes where I marked them. Go. So we want the thread or the knot on the outside. Oh, I didn't check. See now? It's the wrong way around. Let's do that. That is that way up. I will check. Yeah, that's fine. I hope I did this right. Yeah, I did that right. So let's do that through there. Well, let's put it through here. Thread it in the lower one. Uh-oh, do not come out. Let's put it in here. Obviously, I'm going to have to level them out. Everything nice and tight without tearing. Yeah, that's fine. Do not. Gotta tell you, this little Maggie rack has been a lot more work than I thought it would be. You know, because it's 4 different little booklets. Shoo-wee. There we go. So that's fine. I could have done the knot up a little bit. And now we can take off all my little paper clips. Just put them aside. And this one, and I shall quickly show you the papers. It's just your normal coffee dyed paper. Oh, the length of the cut here, for the inner cover, I suppose, is 7 1/4 by 3 1/4, because we know the length of these little mini albums are 3 1/4. So cut 7 1/4, and it'll give you your cover there. And the pages are all various pages. Very quickly, all I did was staple some leftovers on there. I thought that was quite cute. I haven't done that one before. Various papers. Music paper, another stapling. So, and then, like I said, it's about 10 pages each, more or less. I haven't been too strict on that either. Let's see, 2, 4, I won't even count that, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. This one is 18, 20 pages in it. And I don't think I need to count that. So that's about enough. So in all, you've got 40 pages, which is quite a bit. Now, you're going to take your cover. Everything is distressed. And all you're going to do, I've been a little bit off there, so just double check that when you do yours. And let's make sure, no, it's the right way round. Very important. That is right, and that is right. And glue it or tape it, but this has to be quite well done. I'm a little bit off there, but that's okay. You can just, make sure yours is completely right. I just don't want to get my head again into the camera. That's annoying. So I'm going to call this my hidden stitch. And then simply, again, check it's the right way. You don't know how many times I've gotten it wrong and had to pull it out, in other journals. And start again. Okay, so it should be, yes, can you see it fit perfectly. Make sure, like I say, I always do that just to be 100% that it's, yeah, and that's fine. And stick it down really well. And I even go inside because I want it really, really down. And then if you can see that under the actual spines, and stick it down. And you want it to dry nicely. Let's just put that on there. See, how cool is that? A little bit of glue there, it's fine. Yes, I like it. And I have cut some papers. You know my usual measuring, how I measure, just to go on the cover. You could also stick photographs in your journal, but you must bear in mind that these are not acid-free, So use copies of photos. Don't ever use original photos in your journals. And I did the same for here. Isn't this pretty? Now normally when I make a journal, I do whatever I want to do to embellish my pages, and then I put everything together. But this is a little one, and I can't put lace and stuff on the edge because of the magazine setup. There you go. Now this is the pocket, the small pocket from the kit. I cut another one out. It's the book 2 inner pocket, and I'm just gonna, and I've cut the top as well, some design paper. I'm sure most of you have already made quite a journal, unless you're a newbie, which is also great if you're watching this. But you can go ahead and embellish your journal now any way you want. This will do. I'm just giving you a little bit of a guideline, I suppose, to do the colors. Oops. Come on, out you come. Today is freezing. I have a heater on the background. My pooch is sitting on his little duvet. In front of the heater. So in here you could slip in a little photograph if you want, because you know the cardstock is acid free, so it will not affect the photograph. I haven't made a mat to go inside, but I mean, you know, you can just add one of your leftover papers. Then we have these little pockets, I suppose, or tuck spots. I think they're more like tuck spots. And this you can use now in your journals. So you can make little tuck spots to put in journal cards or tags. I'm just going to put that in here. So this one is very quick and easy to do. Again, you want your glue right on the edge, because these are not big tuck spots or pockets. And that'll go nicely there. And let's pretend this is a little, yeah, let's make a quick tag from here. If you want to make a quick tag, snip, snip, and go. I'm not going to go ahead and embellish this. This is just to show you, give you a couple of ideas, like I said. I mean, of course, if you want to go ahead and embellish, which I probably will at a later stage, to fit into your little tuck spot. And then, of course, you can still, well, you can do whatever you want. Isn't he just the cutest little bunny? I love him. I think I'm going to, oh no, that's already got it there. Okay, so very, very simple. And if you want, you can also hang something here. Where's my little, I found this. So I'm just going to stick it somewhere. And I'm going to put a tiny piece of fabric, and you can still add your fabric or netting, whatever you want. Let's just chomp that. I'm just going to, where am I going to put it? Yeah, I'm just going to stick it right here. My glue gun is hot. Pull it up, squash it in to make it like so. And I will use my glue gun just to, there we go. How's that for a little embellishment? And it's nice because it's hanging at the top, which gives more of that shabby chic look. What else have I got here? That's it really. And so this, like I say, is your journal. How quick was that one? Of course, we still had to embellish the front, but I really just wanted to show you how I did my spine. And this will go in here. Oh, wait a minute, one more thing. We need to make our eyelet hole now. So let's do that quickly. More or less in the middle. Sometimes what I do to find the middle, let's just poke it. And that should about, I am keeping them close to the top, so that's more in the middle. Sort of. Let's make a 3/6. Let's put it up a little bit more. That's perfect. Move that to the front. And of course, I'm so glad they didn't fall on the floor. Yep, let's put it in. Perfecto. Very easy. Let's check this side. And you know, sometimes what I do, if I want this flatter, I just take my little hammer just to flatten it a bit. I don't hammer too hard because I don't want this side all squashy washy. Now I have already made some roly-polies, which is going to be shown in another video. I almost, you know, I didn't check that that was the right way up. Okay, so I'm missing some of my tools, so we are going to, which one is this now? That's going to be a roly-poly. Can you, let me bring it in so you can see it. I've put bead on here, roly-poly, and this one is going to be a bead which already has the ring on it, as you can see. Let's just put it in. Yep, that'll do. There we go. And so we have our little bead here. And on these ones I've used all dragonflies with the dangle. And then you can add a little bit more lace. Do I have any lace lying around? I'll use this one. Doesn't have to be the same lace on each one. I reckon it's nice when it's different. So I'm putting it through the top hole. Okay, this is a long piece. You can make it as long or as short as you want. You can make it longer and make a bow if you want. And these beads are just from a scrunchie, a very old scrunchie I had that I happened to find. And that's what I used for my roly-poly. So this, for my dangle, I mean. And that, number 3, I put these in here so I don't lose them. Will go in here. And then this one, I'm going back to number 2 just to put in my eyelet. Oh, am I coming in there with my fat head again? So once again, I just used my, make sure everything's the right way. Yep. Sort of in the middle. 3/6. Make the hole. Uh-oh. Put your eyelet in, move that along, turn it over. There we go. Do I need to flatten it? Not really. And then this roly-poly, I think I'm gonna use this one. Just beads and stuff. my dragonfly, the eyelash trim. But like I said, there is a video, or I will be doing it straight after this. I've got the bigger ring here to do on this one. I just need to close this one a bit better. I should be using my other tool to hold the ring, the jump ring. Let's put that in there. Yeah, my dragonfly is facing the right way. There we go. And that will go in there. So now all we have to do is number 4, which is another mini album, and we have to finish that, and the embellishments on the box. And of course, oopsie, get back in there, we will put the feet on the box as well. Final booklet in my little Maggie rack, and this is also a mini album, and it's going to look something like this. So this comes out, and of course it goes the other way, and in here I just put a little booklet. I think some photographs in there will go really nice. So then we have that, stay up, with a belly band and another booklet inside. And then I just added some embellishments and a tag on here, and I had this lying around, so I put it in here. I mean, you can add your little extras. This is just a journaling card, or a photograph on the back, actually, photos, you know. This here is a side pocket, and then this one had really lots of beautiful little cutouts that I was able to use. So, you know, again, your pack, your collection also dictates how you're going to embellish. Okay, so that's our little pocket, and then this closes, oopsie, wrong way, like so, and that just opens out like that. The one we've done is going to be a little bit different, so you can do what yours exactly like this if you want. And I cut these using the master pages. As you can see, I didn't do the corner here. I just decided to keep it straight, you know, just to change it up. But you'll see what we're going to do almost exactly the same. Just to show you again how to do something a little bit different. So number 4. Hooey, almost at the end. Okay, so as you know, I like to cut everything out. It just makes it easier to do this tutorial. So this has been obviously cut from cardstock. Let me take everything off so I can show you the measurements and the scoring. So cardstock, usual, 1/4 inch, and scoring. This cardstock is 11 7/8 by 4 3/4, the length. I just want to, I think this is just shy. Yeah, it's actually just shy of a 12 by 12, because I cut this from a 12 by 12 cardstock. So I've got 11 7/8, but it's a tiny bit more than that. Okay. And then you're going to score it here, 7 7/8, and the next score, 4 1/4. Now on this side, I've already done adhered the papers. So now it's just a matter of doing it on this side. Okay. So before I join the papers, I am going to join it onto the front cover. Okay, and this is simply going to go like so. This will make sense once everything is together. So let's just put some glue. And then we are going to stick it onto here. Nicely, I hope. It should do it. Should do it. Let's just get my stick there. Okay, and then this folds in like that. And do that again. Up and over. So I'm very quickly going to stick these papers on. I had to do these in front of you, you know, so you could see the measurements and how to fold it. Everything has also been distressed. For this particular one, the very first one I decided not to distress it. Cuts out half the work. Distressing. So, is that the right one for there? Seems a bit short. Yeah, it is. Tiny bit short there. Okay. And then this one is going to go on here. I chose to put all the papers, you know, all the same. You can do them different, nothing wrong with that. So let's put that down. I put a little bit too much. Or I put it on too thick on the edges there. So let's do the center one now. It's gonna go here. That's pretty much perfect. Or as perfect as we, us humans, can get anything. That's right. And on the middle one, we have a belly band, which I've cut out, and the measurements for that are 5 3/4 by 1 3/4, and the usual quarter and score. Okay. Let's stick that down. Oh, do not fall on the floor. Nearly dropped my glue bottle. And in the middle. Is that straight? Good idea to get my whole page straight. And I think that's okay. Score it down. Already got my little booklet here for the photographs. So that will go in there. I don't want to mess it around too much. And then, if you fold that over already, this is one of the bits and pieces lying around. So I'm going to make a little, I suppose, tuck spot with that. And let me just use this one. Right on the edge. I want it as thin as possible. And then I'm using my finger so my glue doesn't go inwards when I press it down. See? And that goes there. And I haven't made a, oopsie, get down. I'm just having a look at my papers on the side here. We could even, let's do a little tag here. So I'm just gonna sort of eyeball it. About there, that's about right. So if you have a nice fancy corner stamp, you can use that. I have this one, it's a very nice one, Punch Bunch. That's all it says on it, so I'm just going to use this one here. Where is it? Just cut the edges nicely. Turn it over. Yep, see that? I like this. Again, I'm gonna eyeball it. It's hard to get this completely in the center, but it will do. And then let's just stress. You can also put a little bit of ribbon in there if you want, or eyelash trim. And then I am going to, is this even going to come out? You know, I just lifted it slightly on the edges there. That will go on there. Where's my pen? Here it is. And then let me check my cardstock. I might as well. Bits and pieces. I think I'm going to, that one will do. I wonder how it'll fit. I'm just going to cut it down a bit. You can see it's just a little bit too wide, so that'll make another nice little, I think that's fine. I just didn't cut it quite straight. And I use my corner punch. I'm going to use the 7mm. You can make this any size you want. Okay, just so long as it fits on the page, really. You can put paper on it. In fact, I think that will look quite nice. The photograph can go on the back, and some pretty paper on the front, but I want a different one. Let's use from my spares. So cute. Yeah, I think that looks great. Why not? Like so. Like so. Cutting it. Very cool. Pretty little paper, and I use the 7mm one, so let's do the same thing here. Just do the edges. It wasn't an easy video to make because there's just so many parts to it, you know, because it's got the 4 booklets. And I will probably even embellish it some more, but I'm not going to do that now. And that can go in there. How cute is that? Now, as you can see, I have already made the pocket for this one. This is the actual spine, by the way. I know it probably looks a bit confusing now. So, and now it's just a matter of sticking that on there. And I just eyeballed this again, this pocket, so we know it's 3 3/4, and then it's like 2 inches, so it'll be 2 1/4 inches, because you need that quarter to make your pocket there. So I'm going to glue that down. I need to get a stainless steel pin to put in here, because it's obviously rusting and making my glue dirty. So that goes here. And I want to make sure I have enough, which I do, leeway there to fold over. And that should be down enough. And this page is just another little journaling card from the collection. I used, where's my stamp? My punch. This is a Dress My Crafts, very nice punch to do that. So you can make it fancy, you can leave it plain. I've got glue all over my fingers. And that goes there, and I will put some eyelash trim there. So this now comes in like so. So that is the spine. Okay, open it, out, in. Now we come to the last page. I'm just going to hold this down so it doesn't get in our way. Now this is the last page. So I've again cut everything out, put the papers on. For this I used to cut these out, I did use the master page, and then I took off about 1/8 of an inch there and rounded my corners, because we want to make sure it fits nicely. So the first thing we are going to do, this top flap is 5 1/8 by 3 5/8, and I've rounded the corners. So now that you have those measurements, 5 1/8, 3 5/8, I'm just going to glue this down. And that is done. Now we are going to glue the side pages on first. It really doesn't matter which order, just make sure. See that? I'm going to do this side first. Put it in there. Before I press it down, yep, fits very nicely. Press that down. And we're going to put this in, or on. Same thing. Hey, come on. On the edge. Yes, and you see how I trimmed it to make sure that this can close nicely, the master page. So do make sure you trim it down a little bit, because you want this to fold in nicely. So instead of putting the other one you know, to go this way, I am putting this one on top. Let's do that. Same thing. And this one, as you can see, is a little bit narrower. So let's just stick that. Because again, you want this to come in nicely. If I can move that just a tad, that should be fine. Yes, let's check that on the edge. Yes. And then I've already cut out my paper to go on here. So it's got all pink pages. Very pretty. Make sure, yes, it's all good. Oh, so lots of photographs just right there. I didn't pick one for here. See, pretty as that. I just need to do a page. Maybe I should use this one. Yes, I like that. I'm gonna stick this one quickly on here. Around my edges, and on these ones I did use the bigger one, which is the 10mm. So pretty. And I love polka dots. Well, you can see my jersey. Polka dots of any description, I just adore. Glue that on. You know, you can leave your paper off here because the photograph is going to go on top if you want to save paper. So if you're doing this for yourself, there's no need to put paper on all of these because the photographs are going there. How pretty is that? So we have that, and then like that, and yeah, that, and that's fine. And there is your little 4th mini album. Once again, I am going to more or less find the center and please tell me I have an eyelet nearby, because I did have all 4 of them out, but you know, things do tend to run away. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna grab one. Let me just check which color. Yeah, it's the darker one I used. So as usual, 3/16. Make it a little bit higher. Bring it back again. Come on, be good. There we go. Let's put it in. Make sure this is right in the front. And come on now. Yeah, that's gone in very nicely. Yes. And I already have my roly-poly. If I can find it. Yep, here's my roly-poly. It is ready to go on. I could have made that one a bit lower, but yeah, look at that. Roly-poly. And then let's take that off now. Well, let's put, I think I'm going to put one here to keep that closed. And what color am I going to do there? So cute. I do love this blue as well. You know that? Yes, I'm going to use some of this blue one. Let me push it up a little bit. It's just easier to do it when the clip is in, when the paper clip is in. I'm not even going to try and do a bow because it's quite hard to do a bow with an eyelash trim. Uh-oh. Off you go. Here we go. Let's just close that. Make that nice and fluffy on the top. And then this one is actually going to be a thick one. Or you can do 1, 2, 3 if you like. I'm going to use pink, I think. Yes, on this one. And again, I'm just going to tie a knot because it takes me forever to do a bow, because I did a bow on the other one, but it's absolutely fine to do it like this. Let's put this one inside here. So there we have it, the last one. And I just want to put these, in different posies. Okay, let me just press everything out the way.